No, but it's actually truth in terms of what I'm just trying to say is that a lot of our main guys do actually see the light with Chelsea. A lot of your main guys do not see the light. That's facts. Saka, only one. Martinelli don't count. He's not your young boy. He's just a young boy. He's not your young boy.
We got him as a teenager. How's he not our young boy?
He's not your young boy.
He's not from your academy.
Build him up from the ground.
Okay.
Like, so how many of your academy boys have actually been on... We will talk about
Smith
it,
Rowe?
The one
He's
that's shining at Fulham. You know what? Yo, everyone, welcome to another episode of Keep It 90. We are here. Hey, look, there's only 3 of us, but, you know, brought to you by the House of NNESAGA and then hosted by the family at Spotify. So we was already getting into debates before we really kicked off. So, Anita, I'm going to ask you first. How was your weekend?
Yeah, my weekend was good, man. Did any of you listen to Kendrick Lamar's album?
No, I ain't.
Mustard! Hey, yo!
What is it? Is it fire like that?
It's a very good album.
You see, because I'm seeing mixed messages. I'm saying that it's overhyped, but I don't know.
It's all right. You know what it is? It's that bit that's going around.
No, because Coates is a real hip hop.
That's what makes it seem like it's like mustard.
I'm a real hip hop.
No, babe. You are a hip hop babe though. But I'm just saying, like, you see, I just wanted to, because I'm hearing mixed opinions.
You know what? I find it's better than his last album, which was Whatever in the Steppers. But
that one was questionable.
Yeah. So it's definitely better than that one. It's got a nice blend of like commercial. You can tell the tunes that are going to be commercial.
100%.
And there's a couple there that I could probably do without. But yeah,
you just think the Not Like Us hype is just carrying on, innit? It's
definitely helped.
Yeah, it's helped the push of that.
When you drop a diss track like that, you know, like you jump on the hype, and he did that, and he's got a Super Bowl coming up soon, and you already know which ones are going to be played at Super Bowl. Like, there's at least 3 tracks on there that I'm like, okay,
Not Like Us.
No, that's not even on the album.
Oh, you think he's going to play stuff from the album?
Yeah,
at the
from
Super
this
Bowl?
album. I think Squabble Up's going to be on there for sure.
I'm not sure.
Maybe like just the intro though, but Squabble Up's going to be on there.
I feel like with the Super Bowl, it has to be like your established hits. I don't know.
Yeah, like
it'll be interesting to see if he actually plays
new. I don't know
if he's gonna play new hit. If he does, I'll be like credit to him. But it's only like 15 minutes.
Like that's gotta be played, and obviously like stuff like that. But you know, yeah, all right, cool. I'm gonna have to take in that. I'm gonna have to take in that album.
And Wizkid's album as well was pretty decent. I gotta give it another listen. You heard what?
I heard good things.
Yeah,
she was ready to attack me. You know,
I wasn't gonna attack you. But Wizkid's album, it's doing a number on me. Someone said it's for the grown and sexy, and I get that. I get that.
So you saying you old?
Yeah, I am. I'm grown. I'm a grown babe, unfortunately, but it is what it is. But yeah, I spent my weekend.
You don't look old. You're good.
Oh, thank you. I spent my weekend listening to these albums. J. Cole's mixtape is now on Spotify as well. So.
Oh yeah, they come up. Yeah.
I had a great weekend just listening to music. So yeah.
That's actually a good weekend. Copes, talk to me, bro. How was your weekend?
Boy, it was alright. I wasn't. To be fair, I was listening to music, but it was outside. Yeah, I was outside for once in a while. Shout out to Biz, the LAN Party 5 that happened. So I was outside, and it was good vibes.
He was getting drunk. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw Copes on the dance floor.
I
saw Copes on the dance floor vibing.
So wait, can I just get this straight? Yeah. You guys were all together? Was Shiz with you as well?
Was Shiz with us?
Yeah,
Shiz was there?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, it looks like you guys had a group outing without the group. Sam, don't worry.
Yeah, but it was like a game.
Yeah, this is it.
So is this not a gaming and football podcast?
But it was like it was a different kind of realm.
Sam, they say
quality
like
gamers. You know, I'm joking.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. You can say that about me, but Sam, I wouldn't have it. Sam's currently partying up.
I'm about to say he's enjoying life right now. He couldn't make it anyway.
He wouldn't have rolled anyway.
Right, here's what we're gonna do then.
Actually, I've been messaging Sam all day today. Funny enough, he's been showing off.
But here's what we do.
And I've been making a decision.
TLP 6. We're gonna put it in the group chat.
Fine. Thank you.
Okay. For Anita not to turn up.
This is what she's got to come.
Cool. We've got it.
Yeah. I'll turn up.
But but that was the vibe Saturday, and then Sunday was just detoxing from
detox and football.
Literally, that was detox.
Yeah, I think I pretty much had the same weekend. I think Friday I was with a couple of friends, drinking, enjoying. Saturday with a couple of friends, drinking, enjoying Sunday detox, like, and football, and yeah, like, we're here now, innit? So we're all good. Yeah.
Sounds very healthy.
It was
Listen,
mentally, yes.
this
That's
is
what's
it.
most
Yes.
important. So
Yes.
yeah,
This is it.
you know what I'm saying. But all right, cool. So I'm gonna talk about the detox that I had for Sunday, and we're gonna start off with probably the biggest game of the weekend, which had the biggest shocker of the weekend. I mean,
Stay humble, eh? Stay humble, eh?
Man City and Spurs. Now, the thing is, Man City losing didn't surprise me. It's just the way they lost that surprised me. I mean, that's their bogey team.
Yes.
We all know that. We all know that's their bogey team. But to get beat 4-0,
In your gaff.
and that was off of the streak of losses that you're already on, I was expecting a turnaround. Plus, Tottenham's form has not been that great.
No.
I was expecting a crazy turnaround. But
Guys, it's like we sat here a couple of weeks ago and I asked you
Oh,
guys,
man.
is this your king? These people, I don't see them coming back from this. Like, okay, granted, like we said last time, if any team can come back from this and go and win the league, it is Man City. But this Man City team cannot, as they are right now, they cannot do it. Even when De Bruyne came on, yeah, you remember, I think it was either last season or a couple seasons ago when
Last
De Bruyne
season
was,
when
when he was injured, he came back,
Yeah.
goal involvements was like 3.
yeah,
And he won the game. And it was incredible. And I was thinking, I needed him to come on just so I could see how far gone they are.
Yeah.
They are gone.
What do you think it is? Because obviously, the biggest point is Rodri's not there.
yeah.
Do you think can they lean on the fact that Rodri's missing? That's what's causing this 5. Because again, this is 5 losses in a row for City. This is unheard of in the last God knows how many years. So are we leaning on that, or is there genuinely a worry about what these players are up to right now? Because this is alarming.
I'm telling you, Rodri is not... Okay, Rodri is a fantastic player. We know this already.
Yeah.
And he's been a player that holds them together like glue, okay? We know this already. Fine. But he cannot be the only player that can bring them together. He just cannot be. And that's down to Pep and who he's going to buy in January to help bring this team back to where it was before. Because defensively, they look shocking.
And this is the thing, like,
Shocking.
and I get it, Rodri. And the thing is, I was even even though I weren't fully surprised, I saw like Pep extend his contract, and then I saw like Rodri had the whole, which
Ballon
that
d'Or.
show was lit though.
Yeah.
That show was lit, and big up them for that, celebrating their first Ballon d'Or win and all that. But it was like that. I just thought, okay, there has to be an aura, and there was just
Nothing.
no aura. And Haaland as well. Stay humble,
Stay
but
humble.
Haaland really could have at least had a draw if he actually finished his
Oh my
chances
gosh,
that
yeah,
game.
in the fair.
It could have been 4-4.
That's not fair.
And like, I know we're saying Rodri, but when I look at the results, right, so their loss streak started with Tottenham, funny enough, in the EFL Cup. They lost 2-1, then they lost 2-1 to Bournemouth, 4-1 to Sporting, 2-1 to Brighton, and then 4-0. It's like, what, you telling me you need Rodri for Bournemouth? You need Rodri for a Brighton game as well? And I'm not saying not put respect on them because they're playing very well this season, but you do have enough pieces.
Yeah.
I don't know where Foden's gone.
Yeah, that's a big
Like, I
one.
really don't know where Foden's gone. Like, there's a lot of questions that it's like, a lot of like Savinho, he's good, but he's not a finished product. There's a lot of injuries, but they still do have a good enough squad to get through and a competent manager to do that too. I don't understand it. There's a big worry going on.
Is it? You think also maybe it's that? Because to be fair, over the last couple of years, it's been mentioned before, but they tend to prove us wrong. Where maybe these players are just at a point where it's like we've actually won it all. To keep that going, like this is actually unheard of when they're trying to go for 5 in a row. Not to mention in that time they've won Champions League. Been to they've been to the final twice, 3 times in said time.
Yep.
They've had a couple FA Cups. Am I getting that right as well?
They've had a couple
Carabao.
in there. They beat us for one. I'm
So
sure.
so in terms of their trophy cabinet in the last like 5 years, it's looking very nice.
Yeah,
So
but at the same time, Pep is known for being able to motivate his players to keep going that distance, right?
Yeah.
And I even look at the Champions League, for example. No one ever gets tired of winning. Look at Real Madrid. No one ever gets tired of winning the Champions League. Up against that Sporting side, I'm not saying Sporting is a necessarily lesser team, team in general, but they have nothing on Man City. Man City, the team that they fielded and the team that Man City fielded, Man City should be winning, right?
Yeah.
The fact that they got bodied by Sporting like that,
It was bad.
it was a cause for concern. Like, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, it's not just complacency.
Nope.
It's Pep as well. He looks like he's out of ideas. You saw him on the touchline. They kept panning into that man. He just kept scratching his head, pacing it, walking up and down, drinking water. You know, once that man starts drinking water,
when he drinks the water, you know it's done. Yeah,
once he drinks the water, like, he's out of ideas. He doesn't know what to do anymore.
But this is the said man that his ideas is what everyone else is now using pretty much across Europe. So
that's the problem. That's the problem. Now everyone's clocked it.
But it's not just that though. Like it's like, and the thing is, I get what you mean. I think he's run out of ideas, but his idea plan in the long run is not that bad if you dominate for 5 years or whatever.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, you know, Pep's never really stayed at a club this, like, do you know what I mean? Usually Pep's like, he's up and out by now, so maybe these are the reasons why he's up and out, so he can regroup and come back with something, because, you know, it just seems a bit tougher, Man City. I think there's still key players in that team and they do need to step up. John Stones, I mean, I remember that season where John Stones was playing DM, so I thought that wouldn't have been an issue that Rodri's out, because I've seen John Stones do it. Don't look like himself. Kyle Walker's lost his USP in terms of, like, you know, Kyle Walker's not. I'm not gonna say like he was getting shouts like he's like the best right back in the Prem ever and all of this stuff, but it was like he's to me personally, like, defending wise, his average. It was just his speed that always helped him get to make him look like that. And now it's like we saw it from the Euros when Spain was running him ragged, and it was like now Timo Werner, who you know what I mean, absolutely. And I'm not gonna lie, like Timo Werner, I know he's quick, but he's not like rapid. Like Kyle Walker's always been faster than Timo Werner, and he left him. And it's like there's a lot of stuff going on, and then obviously with Gorvidor, like, you know, he's a great defender, but he can't always be a striker. He can't always pop the goals out, so someone else got to do it.
He had more chances than Haaland at one point. Like Vardy was in the fight more than Haaland at one point.
And it's just something's got to happen.
Do you think age is also creeping in a bit? Because obviously you mentioned Walker, he's obviously up in age.
Definitely.
Then you look at De Bruyne, the man can't even properly start, and then you've got Kovacic, and you've got a lot of people there that are now on that.
Just to make it clear about De Bruyne, he still looked like he was on fire when he came on the pitch. He still looked good. That man is aging like fine wine. He still looked good, and he tried to bring the energy back into the team when he came on.
But
he had
the
that little
wavelength
jewel.
weren't there though, man.
The wavelength weren't there with everybody else.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Isn't players like De Bruyne. The problem is everybody else. There's no synergy. Synergy, is that the right word? There's no synergy with them, and that's where the issue is. I feel like the transition from defense to attack needs to improve. Their counter-attacking is not the same.
But that is where I think with De Bruyne not starting, that's where their biggest issue is, because the link. But then there's
gotta investigate this, because there was even at one point.
But that's what I mean. Foden as well. Sorry to cut you,
No,
but
it's
like
fine.
Foden's. That's why I say like his disappearing is massive as well, because it's like, well, last season when De Bruyne was going through injuries, it was Foden that was kind of pushing things forward. Obviously Rodri as well, but like it's like, well, De Bruyne's kind of injured and coming on, but Foden, there's big weight on your shoulders, mate. Like you got to kind of
because
step up.
The transition from defense to attack is very scary right now. There was even points where I was looking at them passing from the back, and you know, Man City's specialty, Ederson in goal, passing from the back, like cash money, but they were moving slow with the passing. They kept passing between one another as if nobody wanted the ball. They kept trying to get it down to the left-hand side. And I'm thinking, go through the middle. They're not going through the middle because there's no one there to help them. The transition is poor. De Bruyne comes back. Maybe he solves the problem. Maybe he doesn't. But as it stands right now, with the trajectory that Liverpool are on, which I'm sure we're going to talk about soon, but with the trajectory that they're on, Man City have a lot of catch-up to play. And I'm not sure that they can do it this time. I'll keep saying it,
and I hear you. And you have said from the start that Liverpool, that's who you're banking on.
Winners, man.
That's
I'm
who you're
banking on them.
But just for a stat fact, the point gap between Man City and Liverpool has been worse. I think it was worse in 2020, and City
But look at that 2020 team though.
It's two different teams, but
That team was hungry.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, we've just seen it happen before. But all right, cool. But 4-0 Spurs. What do you think for that? I mean,
Spurs are weirdos, man.
what do you think for Spurs? What does this do for them and their season aspirations? Is this a boost? Madison was on fire birthday.
Yeah,
he was doing his thing.
Some of those goals were quality still.
Yeah,
even Kulusevski.
Kulusevski
Oh, that one, that ball he whipped in. Oh my gosh, I thought that is just that was cash money. Oh my god, jeez.
It's just sometimes like, and I don't know, maybe because I'm just a Chelsea fan or whatever, and none of us here really like Tottenham. But it's like whenever we see Tottenham, we're like, all right, yeah, cool. You're just gonna lose next week anyway.
But that's the problem, and that is it. That is a problem with a lot of teams. You go and beat Man City 4-0. That would be the rise of.
That's the kickoff for your season.
Yeah, that's the kickoff.
Yeah,
Whereas Spurs, it's a thing where we look at them and it's like exactly that. It's Spurs. It's a term now that's been floating around even this season. I'm even seeing from like the pundits and all that. It's like Spursy in it. Like we know that
it's the history of the Tottenham.
Yeah, like there's just nothing. There's just nothing there. So I mean, it's a great statement piece. Again, we show that we're your bogey team. We can knock your confidence.
We could always do it,
but do I think that means you're going to get into the top four? Probably not.
Statement piece.
I still think there's certain teams out there that are probably more consistent, and that's probably the key thing. It's all about consistency.
Yeah, I get you.
And I don't understand how you can go from losing to Ipswich and going to beating Man City like that. Like
comfy.
Spurs do not make any sense whatsoever. Granted, they played extraordinarily well. Once they knew that they were on the front foot with Man City, they took
away from
full advantage.
Yeah.
Yep.
They did. Was it a Mario Kart celebration?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Come on, man.
And you know how left that can go
At the yard
at
of
the
the
Etihad.
champions.
You know how left that can go. The fact that they did that celebration, they knew that they were in control for the entire game, and they knew they weren't going to step their foot off the gas. And Timo Werner coming on, getting that crazy assist against Kyle Walker, like you said, it just spoke volumes as to where they're at as a team, Spurs, and also where City are at as a team as well. So I'm never ever going to put money on Spurs winning their next game. I'm not going to do it. But they had a sensational game against City.
It's how they are. And then my other Sunday detox from the weekend, well, it was the appointment and the first game for the manager that has stepped in for Manchester United. I'm gonna just say, right? I'm just gonna say,
3-point hype.
It's the players, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It's the players. I've spoken to Man United fans today, or even on the way here, I was talking to them like, look, it's the players. And the reason why I say that is because they just looked like, when I saw them score in the first minute, I said, damn. The manager hype, like, you know what I mean, the honeymoon period, the Anarim. It was just about. I thought, okay, Rashford scored 2. I was like, all right, it might get crazy, it might get dark, and then it just went nowhere. And it made me think to myself, and even down to the comments from Anarim as well, because he was just like decision making and. What did he say? Oh, it's gonna be for a long time. He said a quote. I'm gonna find the quote.
Basically, a quote that every other Man United manager said.
Like
he said, take a while.
Yeah. Let me. Yeah, he said it's gonna take a while. But the way he said it. Wait, let me get the words. We're going to suffer for a long period. And you know what? Yeah, like I know he's probably saying that so just to, like, you know what I mean, manage expectations and stuff. Yeah, but. Damn, Man United need to clear that team out.
Bro, and this is coming from a man who's won 11 games back-to-back with Sporting.
This was a man that just dealt with Man City the way they did.
Like, I 100% agree with you. It is the players. And I can't put into words how I saw that team capitulate. It was incredible. 88 seconds, you scored the first goal. You're thinking 2-0. 3-0.
Yeah,
4-0.
you know it was going to go on, yeah.
My God. And I must say to Amarim, he said you're going to see a style of play. We saw a style of play, right? Kudos to him. But these players like Casemiro, Eriksen, Phil Jones, you cannot be starting them. You can't. You can't do it. They are useless. They are old. They are rigid. They can't move in the middle of the park. It is useless.
I just
Problem is, they just got to use with what they've got in it. Because at the moment, Agate, he's not really shining. Because he came on as well. I couldn't really see much from him. I'm getting a bit worried actually. Because I thought this might be his.
I said it.
Yeah, you did. You did say it. Yeah,
I said it about Agate.
I was hoping he would kick on, but it's also they just don't have the players, and that's where I think he's going to suffer until. And also, it's now because already Joshua Xerxes, Agate, they come from the school of this Ineos and this new
Recruitment theme. Yeah.
and if they're not really working, it will be interesting to see between them and Amaron how they figure this out. Because as you said, the team needs gutting. Like it needs serious.
And this is the thing. Like what I think about with this Man United team, yeah, is that like because I know like I remember when they scored. I saw it all over my TL. Oh my gosh, we're back. And this, that, and there was like our season starts now. I saw ridiculous ones. Oh, we're charging for the Prem. We're going for it. And I was laughing. Obviously, I'm laughing, but that's the new hype.
Yeah,
like, it's
yeah,
normal.
man.
Any team will have that. It is what it is, right? But then it was like, oh, we're still crap. Oh, this and that. And it was like, nah. And then obviously I see some fans saying there's no saving us. And then I saw some fans blame the manager, saying, why are you forcing your system when you know these players? And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, why do you not look at the players and really hold these players accountable?
Read the room.
Like, I'm so sorry, yeah. There's some players, you lot said the same thing about Ole. Like, we're going back years now. There's been managers at this club, and you lot have blame the manager, blame the manager, blame the manager, blame the manager. And it's like, why don't you look at the players? And I'm sorry, even down to the Man United players, I'm so sorry. It's time for you lot to take responsibility.
100%.
It's got nothing to do with the manager no more.
Yep.
It is you.
But do you think, the manager made an error with the starting lineup though? Because that starting lineup was so questionable.
As far as
Casemiro and Eriksen.
yeah, but then I think Mainu was out.
Mainu was on the bench. I don't know how long he's been out for, but he
Yeah.
was on the bench. Mason Mount was on the bench, ready to play as well. He came on.
Both of them have not had a sniff of football.
Yeah,
though.
that's the
I
problem.
know, but at the same time, I'm looking at Casemiro and Eriksen, and I'm thinking that is a recipe for disaster. Eriksen, God bless his heart, he's finished. He can't run no more.
The only thing is, and again, and this is probably where even Amran's stressed. Like, if I look at who was on the bench, all right, you got Agate, you said there, Mount, Mainu. Again, we don't know the fitness, because fitness must be a thing. Otherwise, there's no way you don't play
Like
at
a
least
Mount.
at least Mainu at the bare minimum.
Because the energy that they will
Because he didn't come on at all. He stayed on the bench, so that means
Had Mainu had an injury or something?
Yeah, Mainu's been injured for
Yeah.
most of the season, so
Okay, so Mason Mount, what's that excuse? Because he's been raving about how Mason Mount has impressed him in training.
again, maybe I was going to say maybe he's not fit enough to start, but
I don't know what's going on. To be honest, I don't know what's going on with Mount. Though.
what I will also say is, though, this is the first game, right?
Yeah.
So he needs to get a feel for these guys now. Training's all nice and it's all fine. You looking amazing in training, but all right, now we need to see you guys in a game situation. So he's seen them now. He's got 90 minutes under his belt. He's seeing the pros and the cons having certain individuals on the pitch, and now it's just a case of trying to iron things out. So I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and like hammer him as far as with these questionable decisions, because outside of those two, pretty much that's a typical starting 11. I mean, okay, Rashford's up top, but outside of that, I'm not shocked by seeing anyone really on the pitch.
It was enough to go and face Ipswich. That is enough of a team. Yeah. Like and this is the thing. Like I don't want to shift blame. Like, I'm sorry, it's been over errors of players. There's some players that's been there for so long now. And yeah, like, I am looking at the Rashfords, the Brunos, like, these guys that have been there for so long. They need a complete overhaul.
Yeah.
Similar to what Chelsea done when they just cleared that team
everyone out.
And it will, like, like, you will suffer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you need that clear up, because if you want something to work in a whole new system, we saw the style of play, like you said, and he said he plays a style, and you see it, but them players cannot do it. It's just time for them players to honestly go to another club. I think Rashford needs a restart. Yeah, he scored, but I don't think he had a great game personally. Bruno, a bit non-existent. I don't really understand the whole Xerxes situation. Højlund injured, but still non-impactful. It was kind of sad to see.
What I'll also say to and I feel like this is a. To be fair, I think everyone expected United to come away with 3 points. But what I will also say is, despite Ipswich being at the bottom of the table, they're reminding me of Luton last season, where they're actually playing good football. I actually like what McKenna's doing. It's just that, unfortunately, they're conceding a lot of goals. And that's just them trying to get a feel for the Prem. So I'm not all the way upset with, all right, you guys have got to draw against Ipswich, because they are a team, when you're actually watching them play, they're a bogey team, I feel like, in a sense of like,
be careful with them.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they're playing good football. It's just not clicking that end result. And that's how I felt about Luton last year. So, yes, United should have got away with 3 points, but also that Ipswich team is actually good if you watch them. They're not a bad team.
And obviously, there's a special player there, and Anita's already ducking her head, because Hutchinson. Let's talk about it. Let's like his goal, but not just his goal, right? He was especially in that first half. He was moving warm, like it was like exciting to watch, and I was like, this is a winger's kind of. And obviously, he's still young. He was still raw in certain parts. There was a part where he was like exciting, and he might run it off the pitch and things. But he was always active. So obviously, I done a little tweet. And I was like, cause obviously, he came from he came from you, then he went to us or whatever. And I was like, I was wondering if there was any room, because he's playing on this right wing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder if there was any room. And Anita was like, oh, how greedy. You're being greedy. And 2 minutes later, this boy slapped it top bins. Slight deflection, but it hit top bins. And I messaged it. I was like, oh, who's greedy now? And she said, Hutchinson, come home. How shameless.
Some people make mistakes. Who never fuck up? Hands in the air? No hands? Right. That's what I thought.
I was really happy with his performance. I mean, I know he's always wanted to play first team football, Prem, top flight, all of that. He's found a route. He's found a route, and he's doing it now. And that's a big game, Man United. It's a big game, and he played very, very well. I mean, how do you feel seeing one of your boys, especially with we're gonna go into Arsenal, but especially with your team right now, that is your team that lacks depth. How do you feel when you see a player like that? And
Teta wouldn't have played him anyway.
It wouldn't have played him, but not even just that. Iwobi balled out. Iwobi, and shout out to Iwobi, he balled out this weekend like that. And even like last week was Smith Rowe scored 2. And you know what I mean? You got your players in and around. Like, how do you feel when you see someone like Hutchinson do what they're doing as an Arsenal fan right now?
You know what, with Hutchinson in particular, it's mixed emotions, in it, because I remember when he was in the academy, I was like, yeah, we've got a few gems here. When they creep through into the fingers crossed into the first team, they'll really start to do some damage. Then obviously left on a free. Obviously he had his reasons. Went to you guys. Annoyed me again because it was like he went there just to go back on loan. But that's neither here or there. But you know what? It's nice. It's nice to see Haaland boys doing well in the Prem. Well. It's a good feeling, innit? Like, again, as you mentioned, Smith Rowe, Iwobi, Hutchinson, like it's a nice feeling. Obviously, it would be great if
they were still there.
If they were there, especially now when we talk about, again, you talk Hutchinson, and obviously the last couple of weeks we've spoken about the whole Saka and rotation and having a person. Yeah. That's someone right there that could have been doing that, could have done the job. But listen, he's found listen, it wasn't a waste, innit? Obviously, what you don't like to see is if, say, a player leaves an Arsenal, leaves a Chelsea, goes away, and then don't get nothing. Yeah. But he proved himself in the Championship with Ipswich. They brought him back, and he's looking like he's there for the Prem. Yeah, no, it's good. And Grant, even outside of just that, it's also quite nice to see Ipswich. They bought quite a few young players, actually, which I've quite liked watching about that team. Him, Delap, Sheaf, and I think that the boy from Sunderland, I think it's Clark. Like, it's been nice to watch, but yeah, it would be nice if they're in an Arsenal shirt, but it's neither here or there, innit? Like, yeah, so shout out to Amari. Yeah,
but I did. You see, the thing is, you didn't see what I did there, because I did a nice little bridge, because there is a young player in your team, that is shining and scored a goal this weekend. Okay. I did it. You like the bridge?
Yeah. I like that.
You know what? I want to put my hands up. I really want to. Hey, Wanyeri, man. Hey, look. I've been seeing you lot, you Shiz, but not just gas him up. And you know what it was? Yeah, I haven't had the chance to. Like, fully, because he only gets he doesn't get much of a cameo. Do you know what I mean? And obviously I've seen him play in the cup, I believe it was, and you score. I can't remember who he faced.
Bolton-
but
Bolton,
I didn't really, Bolton. But I didn't really count that game. I'm thinking you lot should dismantle them.
Yeah.
And if he's one of the star boys, I believe he should shine. But the minute he came on in that game, the shimmy, I said, ooh. before he scored, he did a shimmy. He took the ball, and obviously it was like a shimmy, and he beat the defender. And I said, oh, that's my kind of player. I like that. Then he scored, and when he scored, it wasn't one of them celebrations where it was like, oh my God, I scored!
Yeah.
I remember last season when Gilchrist scored his first goal. It was such a moment. Everyone just loved it, right?
Yeah.
And I love the moment. So he scored like, yeah, I do this, and I was like, oh, hold on,
He knows.
Yeah.
He knows.
Arsenal's got something here still.
You know
I
what?
love a player like
You know
that.
about Wanyeri, yeah. It's funny. 'Cause even when I see him, sometimes I think you don't even look 17. Like this, he's
He
like he's
don't look
grown.
like a baby
He don't.
at all.
He looks grown, and even like the way he celebrates, like that is like I'm an established Prem guy. Cool, I've scored. It's nothing. I'm ready. I'm here,
Bro.
And that's just how he carries himself. And
When Yeri's moving,
Yeah,
I mean, how do you feel about your game? Let's just go into your game because
Who did you lot play again?
Forest who were third in the table.
that was a bit cheeky.
At the time of us,
that was cheeky when they faced Nottingham Forest.
worry,
I was just checking.
we'll get to- we'll get to
Everyone
you lot
was like
facing
a little bit
okay.
gas.
Calm down. No, put the guns down,
There
man.
ain't no animosity here. I just asked a
Cool,
question.
back in holsters. Cool,
But you know,
I just
how do you
asked the
feel like your
question.
game? I think it was a good game.
yeah, it was. And to be honest with you, again, it was a
A bounce back game that you needed. Though.
we needed it, and it was against a team where maybe last season or season before you would have gone, it's Forest. You should be able to get those 3 points. But this season,
It's not them. That's not them at all.
they are on form. They are enjoying their football right now. So, okay.
No, Anita, come on,
All
man.
right.
Hey, Nottingham Forest, and it's a massive shout out to them because they
They
are.
lost their last 2 games before the international break, no?
Yeah, but they are being an absolute nuisance this season.
And to be honest with you, that's what I'm liking about the Prem in general. These teams which
They didn't beat us. We were sitting there watching that game, and our heart was.
Who's our?
Hey, don't do that. I got So calm down, did it? But, go on,
but
bro.
apart from that, it was the performance we needed. Again, I wasn't sure how we were going to look against them. I wasn't expecting 3-0, I'll be real with you.
Just
Just
that's
because,
what I'm
again, just how they've been looking against opposition, it's like they're a team that's, again, they're trying to get that top half of the table and stay there. But hey, man, that training over that international break, a couple of our guys didn't go away.
Secret Dubai trip, probably.
Listen, they were like, come, we need to sort things out over these 2-week periods.
I know. Shiz thinks they went secretly with Dubai.
Dubai again.
That's slide.
Listen.
She's believing in that theory.
Hey,
But
we've got
I
that.
don't see them with tans though, so maybe they didn't.
Just indoors, fam. That's what it is.
Indoor training, yeah.
Exercises.
But no, listen, whatever happened, it worked. I mean, one thing is, oh gosh, Odegaard.
Do you know
Listen,
what?
for the first
If-
goal.
If there's one player that I respect so highly from Arsenal, it's that Odegaard youth.
Oh,
The way
guy.
you guys play when he is in that system is so different.
You see
And
something different.
now I'm a little worried. Now
Oh.
I'm worried. Okay, I'm thinking you guys might be able to crawl back up that table because of
Yeah.
Odegaard. I didn't know he was that important to the Arsenal team.
I mean, we saw it. Even the games that he wasn't there. You could see that there was a piece missing as far as we spoke about even before with like, that transition from defense to attack. Like it just wasn't quite there. Marino wasn't quite giving it. Party Rice, like it's just
Weren't doing it. When
just-
Yuri weren't getting the minutes for it because he might. I see
might have
something.
done something.
I see something over there. I'm just. I got stocks over there now.
I mean,
put
listen,
stocks in there, bro.
we've all been saying it. So I
I
mean,
put stocks over there.
and again,
Stop
where you're
the
saying we're
Arsenal
looking
players.
dangerous now and you're a
Nah,
bit
got
worried,
you.
I'm hoping now because again we've seen the likes of Wanyeri do what he's just done. Hopefully now there should be a bit more rotation and a couple more minutes as it gradually we get into it. But
he definitely earned it.
yeah, and then also it's people that we realise like Calafiori. Like again, to me that was a luxury player, but he is an
fits
Arsenal boy
in.
through and through now when I'm watching. Like he is something that he's like Zinchenko, but at the same he knows how to defend. In the sense of this guy is bigger, stronger, comfortable on the ball, like
Fan passion as well.
yeah,
He
like
does
it's
a
just
lot,
everything
yeah.
about him is just like I can
Full
see when
package,
I can
man.
even see when he was injured, even if I think it was only for like 2 games maybe just before international break, but again missing pieces. So these kind of integral pieces that come back just to help the system, it's just working. I mean, obviously I was a bit worried that Ben White wasn't
He's
there,
out, yeah.
and now it turns out he's out for months.
Yep,
So
yep,
again, the way our defense has been a bit shaky as far as injuries over the
Yep.
last couple of months, I'm a bit worried about that because Tomiyasu, we have not really seen him.
Haven't seen
Ben
him.
White, not really seen him.
Obviously, California's just come back. Timber's been out. Like,
Yeah.
there is.
So there is room
worries,
for a bit
yeah.
of worry, but
Yeah.
apart from that, it was a grown man's performance on the weekend. Like I was proud of the boys.
Stood on business, and
Literally.
and Saka's goal needs a shout out because, and it's like, and the thing is, yeah, like he's so ridiculous, yeah. He is just. And this is why I say I can't take the disrespect on his name sometimes because it's like Odegaard as well, because you just spoke about how he works in that system, because that assist that he gave, it was so.
It was cash money, man.
It was so
gorgeous.
The synergy of it was like everything just made sense. But Saka, for him to take it head down, like that's someone who knows where the goal is, and he just rocketed, and it just went. And I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a long day.
And it's
if he's like that.
And it's someone who's been improving year upon year upon year.
And the thing is, and this is what I need, and this is what I need people to understand about Saka is that, like, it's not with Saka and how great he's gonna be. Like, I know people do a lot of comparisons. Like Phil Foden had this season last season, Cole Palmer had, but you see Saka's doing literally brick by brick. He's doing layer by layer, and that is what builds a beast.
Yep.
Because it's not he scored 20, he's got to score 40. No. Don't worry. Even if he goes 20 this season and scores 23 the next, it's just brick by brick. And you're just seeing more and more maturity in his game. You're seeing him after, like, especially the amount of tackles he gets, he is still not afraid to just take on the player. It's, yeah, man. I just wanted to give him a special shout out for that. That goal was...
Is his contract up next year? I think I read that his contract's up there, but I
He's
don't know if that's
going to
true.
be getting. He's going to be
I'm about to say,
getting some
I'm
money.
about to give him the
And,
Supermax contract.
And
What?
what's his name? Odegaard as well, no?
I
didn't he
think they.
I don't know.
I think
I read
Odegaard
somewhere.
sorted last
Yeah,
season.
I'm sure, yeah.
I believe Odegaard sorted last season. I don't know about Saka though.
Yeah, that's the one I'm a bit worried about. But I know
But
that
I don't think it's a
no.
worry. I don't ever see Saka leaving Arsenal. He seems like one of them players that just stayed at Anita. No, don't try to put that in the air. I don't really see.
I'm not even putting.
Nah,
I'm not putting it in
to 2027. We got time.
2027,
Yeah,
you
we
got
got time.
Oh, you got time?
Okay.
Yeah, we got
Oh,
time.
then
We got time.
yeah.
That's
But
fine.
I don't really. And
good
plus, they'll just give Saka what he wants at this point.
No. It's timeline talk, like TL talk.
Yeah, no, I hear
Just
it. I hear
saw
it.
on the timeline and I thought,
Nah,
is
he's
it
still-
up? No, it can't be.
Obviously, we got a couple wingers if you want to train.
that man
Greedy.
will never come to Chelsea.
Nah.
That man will never, ever
But I
come to
would
Chelsea.
never say no.
But what I will say though is in that game, as much as I did like the grown performance, there are still a few players that are still worrying me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Jesus, like Jesus, he played the whole 90. He's still.
You know what? That's actually mad that you say that because I actually forgot he played.
And
days, I forgot he
he
played.
still isn't. I don't know.
What did he do? 3 goals last season, innit? The whole of last season, he only scored about 3.
Is that what? Oh, see, I can't remember that.
I think, and it's like, what is it though with him though? Like, is it he just? You know what it is, and I just think with Jesus, he's just a football player. He's not a striker. No, not in a rude way. Not in a rude way. He's
a squad
just
player.
He's
He's
like
a squad player.
No, not even
No, but
squad.
even-
Not squad. I just think like he is a football. When I say I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. I mean like the guy's just he's good at football.
Yeah.
He can kick ball. He just doesn't have a position. I think he could just like he could go in midfield. He'll just be able to retain the ball, pass the ball. He's not a out and out striker. He's not an out and out midfielder. He's not an out and out winger. He's just good at football.
But then you don't want that from somebody that you're gonna put up front. I'm sorry.
No, but
You
that's
don't
no,
want
but
that.
that's
You
what.
want
But that's the reasons why like Pep didn't start him, for example, when he was at
Yeah.
Man City and things like that. I just think he's very good at playing football.
But you know what it is? Even at City, he was still scoring goals, even if it was for the right wing. Never, I agree with you, he was never really up top. So I always say it's quite worrying that we were starting to see, okay, this is what maybe City was missing. I keep saying until that World Cup injury. I feel like that knee injury, I don't know what it has, but it seems like it's taken... If it's confidence, I'm struggling because obviously it's now been about a year and a half since that injury, but it just seems like ever since that, he's lost the step. And I think it's even mentioned, I think it was last season, I think he said he was playing with pain. And when I heard that, I was like, yeah, bro, if this is the kind of talk coming from you, I don't know if...
I think he just enjoys kicking ball, man.
Yeah,
He
but
even said
that's-
it like goal scoring is not his main.
No, hold on. I don't want to hear that. No,
Right.
that's done with.
Go.
You're a team competing for a
Yeah,
Prem.
but that's what I mean. I
and
just
you
think
came
he's
to
just
the
very
Prem-
good at football. He just loves playing football. I think he's just good at it.
No, sorry, that's just not enough for a team
Yeah.
that wants
No,
to go
and I
win the
agree with it,
Premier
and I
League.
think that's why it's not working. But
Yeah.
like
I
it's
don't
just
even
a
think
strange
you
one.
guys should be worried about. I think sell that man.
Yeah.
Get the money that you can from him, sell him off, bring somebody else in that wants to score goals.
I'm with you, and I'm not sure what happened with Havertz because Havertz didn't come on. So I don't know what's
He
going on
probably
there.
he probably didn't need to. Havertz
Yeah.
has played every single game, no?
Yeah,
He probably
true.
just didn't need
And
to.
he was
He
3-0.
needs-
We
yeah.
little comfortable.
Yeah.
It was one of them ones.
It just wasn't a game for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true,
I don't think
true.
there's anything to worry about with Havertz.
Yeah, but-
which makes me sad, but
yeah.
it's fine. I'll never forgive him, but it's fine. It's whatever.
Ah, come on.
That's
You gotta forgive him, man.
for what? The
Gotta forgive him. Yeah.
No,
Wait,
we booed him.
Hold on.
It's normal.
Are you forgetting what your social media team did? What was it last season?
What did we do?
It's normal, man.
What did the social
Go
media team do?
scored. You just ignored his name. You lot just forgot it. Like
You know what it is
What
though,
are we
Anita?
talking
You
about?
got
You can't remember
also,
that?
No. Last season when they
You-
beat us,
you
for
can't remember
5,
that?
when Havertz
Yeah.
scored, they didn't put his name.
yeah, you just
They refused to
like
remember.
literally every
Which is
other
valid.
person's
Like,
name.
At the end of the day, I don't blame Anita. You know what the thing is? Yeah, she says all of this. If Anita was a player,
Yeah.
and her old club was chanting her and bro, when she scores, she will do a mad celebration.
I would never have left my club like that.
It wasn't that bad the way he left though. I feel.
It was.
The thing is, she's upset, but it's actually turned out better for both teams.
And
So I don't
do you know,
understand.
do you know
The
what's
only
actually
thing,
so funny? Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Me being upset is so forced. Like it is so forced. I don't even care. Like when he left Chelsea, I didn't care. It was more so like I wish you all the best. I hate it had to be Arsenal, but I
Yeah.
wish you all the best. It's just after he did the shh. I think that's
it rattled you a
disrespectful.
bit. But you know
It's
what it
just
is?
disrespectful.
Yo guys, you've reached halftime here at Keep It 90. If you like what you hear or see, make sure you give us a follow on all platforms. And also make sure you comment as well. Would love to hear what you lot think.
Talking about Havertz, how do you think Havertz would have been in this current Chelsea team and this system? Because I think he would cook. And that is, I'm not even joking when I say if Havertz was in this current system that we have,
As a striker,
Why?
as a striker.
yes, as
Why?
the false.
Why do you think so?
Because do you know what it is? Sometimes with Chelsea, right? The Jackson and we'll go into how Chelsea played.
Yeah.
There. I love Nicholas Jackson in it. The aerial side of things, yeah. Sometimes I feel like I know it's like we're going into Chelsea, but it's like my problem with Sanchez is obviously Maresca's got a type of football because we can't even hoof the ball. Jackson can't, like, if he's facing Saliba, what's going to happen? Saliba's going to win the header 9 times out of 10, right?
Yeah.
But it's like Havertz with the hold up, the height, the strength, the rattling as well, which Jackson can do. I think, and then his first touch as well, because Havertz has got a brilliant I think it works in this system. I think it cooks. And we was having this debate, and a couple of people said, yeah, it will cook. Some people said, nah, it won't. Anita, what do you think?
Honestly, go to Coates first because I'm still eating my jelly baby.
Alright, go on, Coates. What do you think? If Havertz was in this new Chelsea system, how do you think it would work?
Just gives you another option, innit? Because as you said, him and Jackson are the same as far as they'll sit there and they'll just be an absolute nuisance.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I do like about Havertz. He's just like, he's that bully. He always tries to play that bully side. You lose a bit of pace if you put Havertz in. Jackson out, Havertz
It's the
in.
pressing that will, the pressing part would really annoy me.
Yeah,
because
but
Jackson will press.
Yeah,
and
but I agree with you. I
Havertz
think it just then gives you that second option. I think all of a sudden, again, you want to try and change the style a bit. Yeah, you get someone who's what? How tall is Havertz? 6'4"?
yeah, he's tall.
6'4".
He's a tall
Yeah,
guy.
win headers. He can score, as we can see. So yeah, I just think it gives you guys, and
I
what it
think
is?
his
It's like-
inbox presence is very good though.
Yeah.
That's what I like about
It
it.
reminds me of like when, I mean, even for you guys as well, but like us when we had like Giroud and someone else.
Yeah.
Where you've just got, if you want, you can just slightly switch it up, and
And get the whips going on.
Yeah, 'cause-
get the whips into the box, which is something I feel like we miss sometimes.
I don't think Havertz would start in this Chelsea team, and I think that's the difference. He would be another option, and
Yeah.
for me, Havertz is a starter in another team. So for Arsenal,
It
he's a
works.
starter.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
works. I don't think it will not work, but I do think the system will need to be tweaked around him for it to work. If we're doing it the Maresca system, the Maresca way, Havertz is not pressing. He's not going to press.
But you know what I think? But what the way I think I could kind of see it working is going into the 70th minute. You're 1-1. You need that. You need to start whipping the ball in the box.
But that's just a waste of talent.
Yeah,
True,
yeah.
it's true.
It's
It's
a waste
true.
of talent.
And the thing
Havertz
is, he
is a
wouldn't be
star.
able to play as deep if Cole. Yeah, I get you. It's a and that's why when we was having the debate, it was a mixed bag. And some
remember-
people really thinks it will work, some people really don't. But
The unique thing about Havertz is, I don't know if you guys see it at Arsenal or not, but the unique thing about him is, I don't see him as an out and out 9. I see him as a 9.5.
yeah,
Like, I see
he's
him as
half.
He's in them half spaces. He's also in the final third as well. And I feel like he does that really, really well, where he's able to have amazing hold-up play. He's able to play in either Saka or Martinelli, whoever it is as well, and still get up into the box. At the moment, that is Cole Palmer's job in our team.
Yeah.
I just don't think too many cooks in that area
It's a
will
bit
spoil
chaotic.
it. And I just don't think it. And then we've also got our fullbacks sometimes inverting as well.
Yeah, I get
It will not work. For
Okay,
me,
no,
just for me.
I hear it, and obviously that's another little bridge again. Come on, little bridges. Chelsea,
fire, man.
Chelsea and Leicester, man. Like Anita, did you watch the game at all, Copes?
Yeah, I watched some of it. Yeah.
What was it? Let me get
Yeah,
your
as a
thoughts on the
neutral.
game. As a neutral, or maybe someone that you might have wanted us to drop points due to table positions. But like, what did you think of the game back?
Looking back, to be honest, I wasn't really worried for you guys when I think about it. We're doing a jelly baby transfer. Oh no, maybe not.
Okay, I
Transfer
keep eating
cancelled.
the jelly baby. I need to stop. I need to stop.
No, I thought it was. I
Transfer
thought.
cancelled like most of yours.
Whoa! Wait!
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
What?
Sorry, apologies.
What did you say?
Transfer
Sorry,
like
nothing.
wait.
Nothing. Go.
Nah. Where's Shiz?
It's just toxic.
I'm trying not to.
You know what? We did well. Like we did well.
We were doing so well.
And it's just, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad it
You
ain't
know
me.
me,
I'm glad
I'm
it ain't me.
shady. I had to do something. I'm
Got to do
sorry.
one. You know, you need one. You do need
I
one
need
per episode. I
one.
clocked it.
Thank you.
No.
Or maybe 2 or 3.
Okay, that's my last one. I promise you.
Okay, probably not, but we'll see. But no, you guys were fine. Again, I wasn't really worried.
What you think? All right,
No, I mean,
go on. Actually, no.
Yeah,
go on.
like, I mean, I never thought you guys were gonna lose that game. I mean, when I think I might have tweeted about Noni getting in the way of Palmer, I thought, oh, this could be, it could be
turnaround.
Yeah, it could be hiccups like this that might catch Chelsea off guard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I wasn't that worried for you guys, if I'm honest with you. Jackson again, scoring again, annoyed me because I'm like, took this guy out early doors in my FPL, and now it's just,
fast.
and that's just
That's
coming.
what she said as well. She was angry.
Yeah, that's just backfired on me.
Do you know who I took out of my FPL? And
Who's
it's been amazing ever since? Haaland. I took him out, and I've been eating ever since. But anyway, carry on.
Good.
I can't do. You know what?
Just do it.
Sidebar. I can't do it because I was one of those guys at the beginning where I had him out because I thought cost too much. I'll just pick other strikers around it. Then he went on that run. Had to make some adjustments, bring it back in. It's too expensive to now take him out, and then if I can't bring him back in again,
I promise you can, because you know who I put in my team for Haaland?
Cunha.
I was able to bring in Jackson.
What a goal, by the way.
I was able to bring in Jackson, and with my spare money, I could finally afford Salah. Put them both in.
Fairs.
Fair enough.
Cash money.
Fair enough.
Cash money.
But yeah, you guys good. I mean, it was nice to see Enzo get a start again, 100 million plus. It's like we got to see him in and around that team. It can't just be everyday Conference League start. So it's nice to see him, and he did well. Granted, Leicester, team that's just come up. I'm not
It's the gaffer's old team.
Yeah, that's true.
And how did you lot see? Just as a side note, did you lot see what the Leicester players done?
What?
So they were in, and I've seen the video. They were somewhere in Europe on a night out, and they were all partying whatever. And I'm gonna get the video for you. But they were all partying, and they actually had, so you know when you bring out bottles and you got the signs. The sign said, "Enzo, I miss you." And then literally the day after that, Steve Cooper was sacked. And I kid you not, like genuinely, like they were all partying. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, partying where were they partying? I think it was
Probably
like
tape. I'm joking.
no, it was somewhere in Europe, but like partying
The Leicester
somewhere after
players.
a loss. These were Leicester players.
Tell them to come Eden.
What are they doing in Europe?
And it says Leicester players were partying last night with a sign that said, "Enzo, I miss you." And then obviously Steve Cooper was sacked the next day. I don't know if I really like that. I don't know what was going on behind the scenes. But Leicester's not in the bottom three. I was a bit confused.
It's got to be something behind the scenes, because even against you, they weren't bad.
No.
They weren't bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's
Leicester
just
weren't bad against us. Oh no, they were awful.
No, but to be honest with you, Leicester is not like
quality difference.
yeah.
No. It's not. It's not. For me, it wasn't even about quality difference. I could not see any patterns of play that they were trying.
Yeah, Vardy was absolutely quiet, which I thought.
Well, he was
Vardy
fuming.
to be fair, would have caused us some serious issues.
I think every time I've watched Leicester this season, they don't look good.
Yeah, but they're also a team that the problem is with championship teams is it's hit and miss. But it's hit and miss in the quality.
The thing is, right, and obviously these are not the same Leicester players that were promoted last time. They're not.
Yeah.
But they still have that record or respect of being promoted before, coming in, winning the league, or at least sustaining like good results when they're in the league. And let's not forget, they won their championship. Anyone that's won the championship, you come into the Premier League. Obviously, you're not expected to be in the top 10 immediately, but you're expected to have a clue. That you're expected to have a pattern of play that you're enjoying. Your players are enjoying football.
New manager though, isn't it? So
even at that, you got a new manager. Where was the new manager bounce? There was no bounce. There was nothing.
Yeah, but
they lost their manager and their best player. Though.
Yeah, and the bounces
Dewsbury Hall.
And the bounces you coming into the Premier League.
We should reloan Dewsbury Hall back to Leicester because he's not doing anything for Chelsea.
Yeah,
true, but
he's not doing anything, and that's so sad.
Yeah, but it's just a trick one again. I think again last year was it Burnley won, and they went straight back down. You know what I mean? And again, like I said before, I thought Luton were the better out of the two, and they were the surprise ones. So it's always hard to proper judge the championship teams. I mean, Southampton's another one which we'll get to as well, but to me they're similar. They've come up, they've got the respect of being up here previously, but I'm not seeing anything
special.
Special about Southampton.
I think Southampton's completely different. By the way, I do not rate that team. Sorry, but carry on.
Yeah, but that's a team that's again long established in the Premier League for a good long period of time. Recently gone down, they've come back up, and to be honest with you, they look like they're going to go right back down again. Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's sometimes the quality is not just there, and again, it's against a Chelsea team who
they're on the bounce.
I
mean, I feel a bit.
Fair.
I think for the Chelsea game, I just felt a bit like the first 40 minutes was great. I loved everything Chelsea was doing. And then there was a point where, once again, I feel like Sanchez had to start playing. And it just got shaky. I don't know what it was.
Do you think it was complacency at some point where you guys,
where
second half...
doing nothing. I don't know where it is, but there was just... And we kind of got a bit lucky because... Fofana gave a penalty away as well. Like technically, I've seen penalties given for that.
Yeah.
And was it Fofana? It was Fofana, innit? The first.
I think so.
And like there was a penalty that was. I've seen it given, but it wasn't given. Then it was like they obviously Lavia tripped up penalty. They could have had two that game.
Yeah.
And it was like for us. I can't remember like a lot of clear cut, and maybe it was just that kind of game. Maybe it was just coming back from international break, but I couldn't remember a lot of clear cut. I know Noni scored, but it was offside from Kukurea and whatever. But I don't know. I don't know. I just felt like I wanted a little bit more.
So did you guys watch that game thinking that you may not come away with the 3 points? Is that
at a point? At a point, yeah.
Not
when I saw Noni, when I saw Cole Palmer get blocked by, I was thinking, it's one of them games.
Nah, not for me, and that's purely because of how poor Leicester were.
Okay, fair enough.
Not because of how Chelsea played. I don't think we played well. At all. And there was I'm not sure if you clocked that we changed our system a little bit against these Leicester boys, but just sticking on Leicester, I think they played very poorly. The game was there for them to take, but they didn't take their chances. Yeah. They barely created any chances. Yeah. And I feel like they could have. There was a lot of space in the middle of the park that they just didn't capitalize on as well, because it was Enzo, Cole, and Felix just occupying the half spaces. And I'm thinking any one of these players can get run out. Any one of them. They didn't utilize it. So it was more so Leicester's fault that they didn't come away with a point, but also Chelsea, I don't think we played well at all. We was not convincing. Luckily, we had the 2 goals, but it was a lackluster match for me. I was watching it like this, with my hands on my face, like, okay, Like, it's a routine.
We got 3 points.
win.
Yeah, routine.
Yeah.
It was routine.
You have to win that game. I do want to shout out Jackson for his goal.
Oh, brilliant.
Because it was a brilliant goal.
Brilliant.
It was a great goal. And obviously, I think Enzo got the assist for that, didn't he?
Yeah.
People are bigging up Enzo, bigging up their chest for Enzo. I like Enzo Fernandez. Okay?
Yes.
Let the record show that I like Enzo Fernandez. And I think internationally, that is a player and a half. Okay? I don't think that the Enzo Caicedo partnership can work against bigger opposition, so stronger opposition, stable opposition. I don't think that is a strong enough midfield, especially if our wingers our fullbacks have to invert. There's a lot of discourse around it. A lot of people are saying Enzo Caicedo works better for our attack, whereas Lavia and Enzo work better for Lavia and Caicedo work better for the defense, which I'm not mad at, but I would rather have Caicedo and Lavia in our midfield.
That's my midfield as well.
Yeah, because I feel like everyone's gone mad.
Yeah.
Everyone's forgetting how much we used to concede with Enzo in there.
We
do score goals, but we concede.
Can Enzo play more advanced?
No. Not in my opinion.
What do you mean more advanced?
Like an 8.
Yeah.
No.
So
No.
when
No.
Why do you say no, though?
Because I've seen it. And it didn't work.
All right,
And I've
never
seen
mind
it.
then.
I've seen it. And I've seen it across multiple managers and it did not work. Actually, fair enough. It even failed horribly. No. He cannot do it. He doesn't have the thing is, right, what we also got to remember is that if he could do that, if he actually could be more advanced in that attacking trio, Cole Palmer wouldn't be in the middle.
Well, that's what I was just thinking. Sometimes, like, for example, if you look on the weekend,
Because don't forget the season that Cole Palmer actually had last season, you would
was more on the right.
you call a manager a madman if he moves them to the middle. Why would you move someone to the middle that done that on the right last season?
Yeah.
You moved into the middle because that midfield could not do. There was no, and that was one of our biggest problems last season, is that there was no cutting away from Cole Palmer, who was kind of isolated on the right, hence why he's now in the middle, to have a free roam. It's like, because of that, if there was someone in the middle that could do that role and actually take that responsibility, Cole Palmer will still be on the right wing right now. It's just, that is why Cole Palmer's moved to the middle. Obviously, then again, it gives him the freedom and that's the kind of talent he has. But at the end of the day, it also goes back down to the fact that if there was someone in the middle that could do that, I mean, the person that's actually done cutting passes from the midfield free away is Caicedo. But how is it fair? Like, Caicedo's, how many assists has he got this season where he's doing these cutting passes through, like, how is it fair that Caicedo's got to do all the defending, but then do the cutting passing? Like, what is Enzo doing? That's why that balance don't make sense to me. Whereas when Lavia comes in, I see what Lavia does straight away. I see Lavia's the one that will go collect the ball. He actually frees Caicedo. Caicedo, when he plays with Enzo, and don't get it twisted, Caicedo, I love watching him just play defensively, but when he is free to kind of do the box to box and he goes, you go, and Lavia kind of just sits back and controls and body feints and he's just going to keep it tidy, Caicedo's like a whole nother player all over again. It was like that remember that season when Sarri came in and said, Kante's not a DM? And everyone was like, what are you on about? And there was like big uproar.
Yeah.
Then you saw another resurgence of Kante. It was like a whole new player all over again. And that's the kind of thing where it was like, we can have the best of both worlds, but it depends on what team. I'm not saying...
Thank you.
I'm not saying Enzo and Caicedo can't play together, because statistically there's things that does work.
They create more. Enzo creates more chances in this team. When this team plays with Enzo, more chances are created.
But that's against a team that midfield's not fast.
It's against the Wolves.
Yeah, and no, not even the Wolves. I wouldn't even play him against Wolves, because Cunha could. Don't forget, didn't he play against?
He played against Wolves,
and Cunha started run ragged that game. You know, he was just gone, and it was even scary.
But there was still a lot of chance creation from us on that side, and that's my point with Enzo. Yes, the chance creation will go up, but we will concede because that midfield is not strong enough as a pairing. Yeah. And the creativity that comes from just Enzo, for me, is not enough. And like you said, that's why Cole Palmer is now in the middle.
In the midfield.
And I really, really don't like that. And I think I would love to see Cole Palmer back on that right wing.
So isn't it worth even... So again, you take a Leicester. Don't you think then it should be worth at least the opportunity for Maresca to go, okay, Palmer back on the right. Let's play with the midfield three of Caicedo, Lavia, and Enzo just a bit ahead and see what happens. Because, as you said, you feel like you're missing out by... You don't. You just
No, sorry. I'll let you...
No. I'm just saying.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah, because I just think it must be some... Because again, you see the numbers with his chance to create Enzo.
Yeah.
Surely it's worth... Especially in a team now where you guys... You found your rhythm. You started finding it at the end of last season. It's kicked on a bit now. Maybe it's worth... Again, in a smaller game like Leicester, or even in the conference, wherever it is, just to, all right, let's actually see in a match, in a game situation, actually putting these three together, putting Palmer back where he was balling on the right-hand side, and see if we can find some sort of fit here. Because surely Enzo, even if you sort of give Enzo that sort of freedom role, because you've got the ability, you have the likes of Lavia and Caicedo now behind him, you're not asking too much of that defensive output now from Enzo, because you've got the two boys that are just behind him doing that kind of running around legwork. Almost like a luxury, like he's in a luxury position, like that free room that Palmer's in. Surely it's worth giving that opportunity.
The only reason why I don't think it will happen is just two reasons that flicks onto my head. I remember, so you got, for example, when Cole Palmer was on the right last season, that left side was struggling a lot. With him being the free room, it allows actually Cole Palmer to also be on the left side to support that. Also, with all the wingers we signed, there's no way you're going to put Cole Palmer in a winger's position. I'm sorry, we signed Neto, Sancho, and we've got Madueke there. We've still got Mudryk around. We've still got all these players that actually play on the wing. Estavio's about to come over. It's like there's no way you're going to do that.
But you bought Palmer as a winger, and he was even a winger at City. So it's not as if to say...
But he was a winger at City because De Bruyne was the cam at Man City. It's similar with Wanyeri right now. Wanyeri... He plays cam.
But
you're not going in over Odegaard.
But the point is, he's a winger. That's the point is that, and I get what you're saying. We have
he can
play. He can play across the front. He's good enough for each position, right? I think he works better on the right wing.
Yeah.
As it stands, obviously there's room for development in that middle of the park. For him particularly, there's room for improvement. I just think I would like to see that right wing position again. Just let's test it out.
Touch.
Yeah.
Just let's test it out one more time.
Even you know what?
And on top of that, we don't need no one to now come in and cover the left, because we've got Pedro Neto on there.
Sancho
We've got Sancho on there.
Being funny,
Mudryk comes on there.
João Felix. I'll put João Felix. And I know this
Felix
is my boy, so I'm
being
a bit. Put João Felix in the middle, or put Carney. Carney's there. Put him in the middle, and let Cole go on the right. I'm telling you, something can cook there if you put that, but it will take time and trust.
Yeah, a lot of trust. I personally want to see us play a little bit more traditionally. The inverted winger, I keep calling them wingers, the inverted fullback system. Yeah. We didn't play it so much against Leicester because we didn't need to, which I thought was a breath of fresh air, because I saw Felix coming into the middle quite often.
Yeah, it was
Madueke
nice.
able to cut him through the middle as well. And you just see our fullbacks bombing down the byline. And I thought, this is the football I want to see.
Yeah.
Having our wingers inverted,
having
our fullbacks inverted pisses me off.
Kukurea can play inverted, but he can also whip a ball and find a forward pass. So, but we'll see. We'll just see in time. But that's how I felt. I had mixed feelings, but it was 3 points. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to complain about that.
Yeah, we're still ahead of Arsenal. We are currently...
I thought she said she was done.
Like that.
I thought she said...
I'm not biting.
I don't even mean it like
I'm
that.
a changed man.
You could have just said we're still third. You could have just said we're still third.
But we're above Arsenal title contenders. You got to put more emphasis on that. That's great. That's a great accomplishment. We're going into December. We're third, above Arsenal, who are competing for the title. Goal difference or not, if the title ended today,
you still don't have
we will be ahead of you.
But you still don't have it either.
Huh?
You still don't have it either.
Anyway, third, fourth. We're right behind Man City. Man City's right behind Liverpool. Everything just feels fine. It was just a business as usual win.
Business as usual kind of game. Nothing special. But
nothing special.
Cool.
We ain't talking about the champions elect, by the way. I'm just letting you know.
Huh?
The champions.
All right, so Copes, take it away, man. Let's run in. Let's run into that then, because I'm just.
I mean, another victory in the bag for these guys. Where at this point it's looking like just hand it to them. At this point, I don't know what's going on, but yeah. So Liverpool took on Southampton.
They didn't even look good.
But you know what?
They didn't even look
It was a
good.
Champions win.
You think they didn't look good?
They didn't.
It was a
You
champion.
know what?
It was a
That-
Champions
You know
win.
what it is? That first half, I'll be honest with you, Southampton didn't know how to get out their own half.
They never know how to get out there.
No, but that's my point. Like that was a Liverpool team that you guys are saying didn't look good, but that Southampton team genuinely, if Liverpool was switched on even
bit more.
a little bit more, that could have been wrapped up in like literally. I was watching that Southampton team thinking, this is shocking, and that's why when we were talking about that whole like experience of being in the Premier before, I was like, these boys don't have it.
They are
like,
shocking.
They look like lost
it's not
sheep.
them, it's not
And it's
them
another
of
thing
old.
why I even liked when you were talking about how you like the breath of fresh air, or as far as seeing your fullbacks actually be fullbacks and not the whole like inverted Man City Pep philosophy that's now going around, because not every team can play from the back. And even I think it was the first goal for Southampton, that whole McCarthy throws the ball out so they can play it from the back, and then literally the Liverpool boys just hounded, I can't remember who it was.
I don't know why
and it just
they
led
did
to a
that.
goal. I'm thinking, this is why some teams you don't like, not every team needs to do this.
Be
It's-
traditional.
Yeah. Just do what you're good at. And
Be traditional.
clearly,
Even play 4-4-2.
it's just
Be traditional. Bro. No, seriously.
I ain't seen a 4-4-2 in
Nah, because
ages.
you know, if I saw a team like, you know what it is as well. Like, I just feel like some teams should just go back to that.
Go
Do you
back
know-
to basics.
Like, do you know if a team like Southampton or even at Ipswich that have taller strikers, like, or even down to Nottingham, if they go for like a 4-4-2 and they have like Owoni and they have Chris, that is a nuisance for like sometimes it's like you ain't got Nottingham is a bit different because they play good football, but I mean like just in terms of it, some teams don't have to just follow what the top teams are doing. They're top
Bruh.
teams because they got top players. That's why they can do that.
Bring back the greatest manager of all time, Big Sam. Bring him back to the Prem.
He would
would eat.
He would really bring some tradition.
At the moment, Big Sam's ideologies are the most unique ideologies in the Premier League right now.
yeah, it's looking like it.
It would be the most unique ideology. But yeah, no, Liverpool, they for me, they did not even leave third gear. Like they just
Yeah.
didn't.
They didn't leave.
have to.
I don't,
They let Southampton claw 2 goals, and I was looking at it like, this game's not done.
and the manager didn't look panicked.
They didn't. They were just calm. It was 2-1, yeah. And then my girls in my group chat, they were like, "Oh, Liverpool's losing." Me, I sat there, I was like, "Just wait, just wait." And when you've got a player like Mo Salah that just knows how to take every single game
good,
on his back,
Yeah.
So good.
what are you panicking for? You
He's
don't
so
panic.
good.
You sit back. You let him do what he does on the ball. Let him score. He scores. Every single time he's going to turn up for you.
And the
So
funny thing, I read today, he's only about 8 goals behind Henry now, I think. Something
Nah.
like that,
Oh, is it?
which is, yeah.
I'm not surprised to be honest. When you
Yeah,
think,
no, he's played more games. I think he's played a bit
been
more
doing
games
his
or whatever.
thing.
But like, in all honesty, that is a massive. Do you know what I mean? Because we all know how we feel about Henry. That is one of the greatest, and it's like, for me, you're sitting in that territory of player.
and people will still have the audacity to say Mo Salah's not world class. It doesn't sit right with me. It's stupid. If you are saying Mo Salah is not world class, you are stupid.
It's just like,
that is me.
Yeah, I think you know what it is. It's not just one thing I love about Salah, right? And it's one of them ones where you got to look at it in terms of when your team need him, he does it. He pulled like they needed him,
yeah,
and he pulled. But then it's like also the big games. There's no stopping him either.
Yeah.
And when you got a player like that, that's clutch, but also a big game player. I don't understand why people debate things, and that's just
it's
my
also
opinion.
a question to the Liverpool board, to FSG, bro.
Yeah, like because he all said,
give him a new contract.
I
Give Mo Salah a new contract.
because they said
today.
they didn't offer him anything. Obviously, I guess it might be down to the terms that they're asking. That he's like saying he's probably not accepting nothing until you reach a certain quota anyway.
Yeah.
But look what he's doing for your club. You lot damn near look like you're gonna win another Premier League due to this guy already. Because I saw, I can't remember the data page, but they said without his contributions, Liverpool will be 17th right now.
oh really?
Oh,
I can believe that.
And
I
the thing is,
believe
I
it.
don't
I
don't
believe
necessarily like that stat, them kind of stats, because it's
It's
not
a
just like
team
Salah's
game.
on his, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Yeah.
it just goes to show his contributions alone just this season, and we're not even in December. You'll be 17th without his contributions.
And-
that just goes to show, for me, you are insane.
And let's keep it a buck. Yeah, you replace Salah, you're not getting these numbers. you're just.
I'm actually even thinking, and I think Liverpool should be scared because. But then the thing is, at the same time, who is out there?
Nobody.
Like,
Before you even finish the question,
I know, but do you know
no
what?
one.
It kind of, you know, what? My heart kind of skipped a beat for a minute because Liverpool's a big club.
Mm-hmm.
If they win the Premier League this season and Salah says goodbye, you know the biggest fear? Vinny, Rodrigo, and because there's stuff going on at Real Madrid right now that is not quite working up front, and I'm hearing players are not happy with each other. Liverpool actually have the motion to get one of those guys, and that has just scared me.
But do they have the bread though?
It
matters because Real Madrid, they will hold out for that bread.
Listen, let me tell you something right now. Liverpool will find that money.
It's not about the transfer fee. It's the wages. Mm-hmm. Can Liverpool back the wages? Is it not?
Oh, they'll back them wages because, you want Trent, don't you?
Yeah, but
You want Trent,
You want Trent, huh?
no, but that doesn't matter. If
You
they
better shake some ass
Hold
for
on,
Vinny.
whoa,
You better shake some ass.
Guys,
you
if
want Trent?
They're gonna get
Shake
him for
that ass.
guys, they're getting him for free. What do they need to talk to Liverpool about that for?
There's even true.
Actually, yeah,
It's
damn
even
it. Yeah, but do you know what it is? No, that's a good point. But Trent's wages goes off the books. They will. To
They
be
don't
honest,
want. They don't want Trent. Listen,
yeah, and I get it, but I'm just saying. I just see that happening. I'm just saying for future, as in if Salah, the reason why, and that's why I think even down to these owners, and why, 'cause I'm thinking only a madman wouldn't give Salah a contract. The reason why they're probably not, they're probably sitting there saying we got a bigger plan, and just the thoughts of what it could possibly be is looking at Real Madrid, and that scares me. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
The thing is, the only player that I think will come from Real Madrid,
Was Rodrigo?
and I don't think Rodrigo is enough.
Okay, but that is enough.
No,
Rodrigo
it's not.
is a baller, and even that, and then the thing is, everything
I'm
that's
not-
going
I'm
on
not
with Vinny, like obviously with all the Ballon d'Or, like I don't understand fully why Vinny's
Vinny
upset.
would not leave. Listen, the whole club backed Vinny. The club, not the
All right.
players. The club.
But the thing is that ain't Vinny? What's his what's these contract situations there? Because I'm just saying,
Either
there's
way,
something going on, and I'm telling you, Liverpool are planning something massive, or they would have given Salah any
Either
contract.
way, yeah. For me, and just in my opinion, Vinny does not leave Real Madrid.
So then-
It will be between Mbappe, Rodrigo,
Right, and if Mbappe goes to bloody Liverpool,
and
that's
that's
not
the
really
only
as well.
Then,
that's the only person that I see
they can't afford that.
potentially going to Liverpool and actually
On
bussing.
loan.
Maybe on loan, but they definitely can't. There's no way there's ways to.
And
That'll be
then
like
there's
that
ways.
Neymar
wages.
loan, that fraudulent.
And also,
loan.
to be honest with you, we say pay him. We don't know what Salah's asking for. It could be something where he's trying to break that wage structure like no man's business.
he probably is, but you can't say he don't deserve it.
Yeah, but
Obviously, at his age,
No, but you
and that's
think-
why they're probably saying
and
no.
this is it.
No.
Age, and you can't forget.
Guys.
Liverpool aren't respectfully Chelsea, City, Real Madrid, where you sometimes
Money-wise.
yeah, sometimes a wage structure matters to a club.
But Liverpool do have peas, yeah. Firstly, secondly,
They're stingy, though.
it's not just that FSG have put themselves in a stupid predicament because how do you allow 3 of your stars into their last year of their contract? That is ridiculous, and that's why they can't pay all 3 of them the money that they're
money they
asking
want,
for because it's a lot at one time.
But something must
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but something also must be something must have been going on there because they must have been trying for a while, and I wouldn't be surprised if again. It sounds like Trent, the rumours are, is like he's got his heart set that he wanted a new challenge.
Yeah.
So he's probably been stalling it for ages. Virgil, I mean, I can't speak to him, but Virgil looks like a man where I think he's even said it that he's ready to commit. So something's going on there with
Virgil's
Virgil.
comfy.
Yeah, like something's going on with Virgil. So I feel like the players, sometimes you've got to also sometimes take it off of the club. Sometimes also you have to look at what the players have been doing as far as playing them about as well. I think sometimes it's both sides, isn't it? And I think this one is just, unfortunately, you got 3 stars
3.
all on the last year of their contracts. You don't really want to sell any of them. So the problem is you're trying, even in that last year, it's what we had with Alexis Sanchez. We didn't really want to get rid of him. I was even reading the other
Even
day.
Rudiger.
Wenger wanted to keep up until the last minute, but when he truly realised he's actually about to go in January, they were like, "All right, just get whatever money, get whatever bread you can get from him in January." So sometimes it can just literally be like that kind of a situation.
Our dumbasses let Rudiger go for free.
Yeah, but that was all mixed with manager moving and
Oh, blah, blah, blah.
sanctions.
Yeah,
and all
the
that.
sanctions
that
as well,
that
yeah.
was a lot. And that's another thing, by the way, Chelsea fans. Let's just be a bit easy on our club. We kind of went through something crazy. So yeah. But no, sorry, we went through crazy.
Okay.
Billions to billions, people. This is the
Nah,
Chelsea. This
nah,
is
nah,
the
nah,
Chelsea
nah,
This
issue.
is why this is why they say it was spoiled.
Billions
This is
to
why
billions.
they say it was spoiled.
We went through something crazy because if anyone had any owners taken away and all these trust me, it will just dismantle any club. Facts. So
Billions.
go, man.
I'm looking right at the
2024.
camera. Billions to billions.
but anyway, cool. I'm just gonna read out the Premier League table. And obviously we got Liverpool that's first. You got Man City that's second. That's only 1 point gap between Chelsea and also actually Chelsea, Brighton, and Arsenal. So that's kind of crazy.
Is Brighton fourth?
Brighton's fifth.
Oh, the fifth.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Same
We're all
points.
on the same point.
Oh,
All
sugar,
on the
yeah,
same point.
yeah.
So hey, shout out to Brighton as well. And
They're
Tottenham's not that
good
far
winner.
behind, and nor are Nottingham. Everyone's kind of in reach. Like obviously, then you got Aston Villa, Newcastle, Fulham, Brentford. United's 12th at the moment. You got Bournemouth, West Ham, Everton. You got Leicester, Wolves, and then in the bottom three we have Ipswich. We got Palace,
Yeah, that's the worry.
and then we got Southampton. I mean, if we're to predict a top 5 and then a bottom 3, who are we saying at this point in the season, just before the halfway point?
So for Christmas,
Just
here's
for
my
Christmas.
top 5 for Christmas.
What's top 5 for Christmas looking like for
For
everyone?
Christmas.
Well, before we go into the new year,
Liverpool,
number 1.
Chelsea.
Second, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Chelsea. Arsenal,
Yep.
Man City.
Okay.
I think they're going to lose to Liverpool. That's why.
Oh, okay.
I agree with that.
And I'm not too sure about the fifth one. I couldn't
Yeah,
tell, I
it's-
couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you.
I
for the
think,
fifth.
you see, I can go with you. I think between Chelsea and Arsenal, I believe we'll probably more than likely be on the same points. It'll be goal difference that will split between
Yeah,
us two,
I
similar
can see
to
that.
now. I think 5th place. I'm saying Nottingham again. I think Nottingham's gonna going into the new year. I think Nottingham's gonna trust me. They've just got something there.
You know what?
They're gonna be but they're gonna be half season. I feel like Nottingham's gonna be half season wonders. Then obviously when it gets later on, the cup games and it will get more taxing. I think they might. You get me because it's a bit tough. But yeah.
Nah.
You know, I might stick with Brighton as 5. You know, I just like this the overall squads, like
Yeah, very
bench
good
included.
squad.
I think they've got the.
I
they've
think
got the
Brighton
weapons.
have the easier run of games. They play Southampton, Fulham, Leicester.
Fulham's not easy though.
It's not easy, but easier.
Yeah.
Because I feel like everybody else plays a top 4 team or top 6 team.
Scene. Okay.
Crystal Palace, West Ham. Whereas someone like Man City, they play Liverpool next. Then they play Nottingham Forest. Then obviously Crystal Palace. We don't know how Crystal Palace is playing at the moment.
That's their bogey team though. as
Yeah.
well, so.
And then obviously they play Man United. Coming back to Amarin Town, away to Aston Villa. So, I don't know, man. A lot of people still have top 6 teams to play. And Brighton seems the safest option. Arsenal still got to play Man United. I'm not saying that Arsenal's going to lose, but you're also
It's a
away
big
to
game
West Ham,
regardless.
which
Yeah.
is usually a
Yeah.
bogey team for you guys as well. So, it's just like, for 5th place, it's a bit techie.
Yeah, and as you said, the point difference between second and all the way down to 9th, 10th, it's not that big. So any game can sway it. My only big worry actually is Palace. That is shocking. When I look down the table,
But it don't. But you know what? Just to close it out with Palace, and I don't want them to get relegated. But you know why it's not shocking? They don't want to invest, and that's the issue.
Parish man, open the purses,
They're
fam,
only invested in kits.
Yeah.
and the new standard which we've yet to see, fam.
Shady.
But yeah, cool. Anyway, we're gonna leave it there. That is another episode of Keep It 90. Big up Sam and Shiz who were not here today,
Yes,
but
yes.
they'll be back. And then big up Anita, big up Copes. We'll be back next week. And who you got? Who's your next game?
West. Is it West
got
Ham?
West Ham.
Yeah.
We got Villa. So
We're at home though, so
we're at home. So let's see how that goes. That's two big games.
Yeah, big
so,
games.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But we'll be back for the next episode.
Are you gonna be here, Prince, for the next episode?
Yeah, I'm here for the next episode, but I ain't here for the next 2 after that, and we'll be first by that
Hey.
time. Love though, everyone. You get me? Keep it 90 every time, and yeah, we'll be back next week.
Yo, guys, it's us from Keep It 90. Massive thanks to Spotify for supporting us. Have you given us a follow yet? If you haven't, make sure you do.